Hello, everybody. Jim Malone coming to you live on Dallas Trading Floor. Well, it looks like we may have two more banks going south. It looks as if there's two more banks that are really kind of in trouble. Of course, we all know about Silicon Valley Bank, and then, of course, Signature Bank. That was in New York, of course. And First Republic, of course, that was bought by Jamie Dimon and at Chase on Sunday. Well, it looks like two more banks are going down, and it looks like one is called PacWest, PACW, and the other one is called Western Alliance, WAL. But from what I'm hearing, there may be as many as 200 banks that potentially could go bad here. So we got to be, you want to be careful. You want to be careful with your money right now, and make sure it's probably a good idea if you're in any of these banks to possibly, to possibly take a look at moving some of your money out if you can. I don't know if you can, but that's sort of the long and the short of it. I want to show you the chart of Pacific West Bank. This is one of the ones that's under pressure. Now, it was up after hours 13 cents, but this is essentially a dead cat bounce. So you got to be really, really careful. Let's jump on over to the chart on it. PACW is the chart on is the bank that I'm talking about. So let's see if we can get that lift up for everyone on the screen. There we go. So this is the live chart of PacWest, and as you can see, it really took a dump. I mean, basically, last week it was trading above that 200-day line. That's why there's not a lot of protection here. So, last week it was trading above the 200-day line, and then it just fell. I mean, it fell like a lot. I mean, it fell from basically $20, almost $30 down here to 10, and then it kind of flatlined. And now, of course, the news today, it's down to 5. So hopefully you don't have anything in this bank. It's symbol on this one is PacWest, PACWEST Bancorp, and it's PACW. So just FYI on this. It's but it's not looking too great. Also, the other one that I think you got to be concerned about is Western Alliance Bancorp. WAL is the symbol on that one. Let's take a quick look on that. WAL. There's not a lot of press on this. The news media is being rather quiet on a lot of this. So unfortunately, we're not seeing what we should be out there. But this one, symbol on this one, WAL, Western Alliance Bancorp, it was trading essentially last week for $78.90. It then dropped below 40, and then now it's right about 30. I don't think they're going to allow anybody to short these. I tried to short the index. I tried to short the index, but it was restricted, and they're not allowing people to do it. So just be forewarned on that. You may not be able to do anything with that. But these two banks are definitely in trouble, and there may be more coming. So be very, very careful. Again, just wanted to reiterate here. The first bank, of course, is Western Alliance, WAL, and then the other one. Let's see. Let's jump on over. Yeah, is PacWest Bank, PACW. That is weak, and that's probably going to go down tomorrow. I don't know exactly because I don't have any inside information, but the banks are in trouble. There's about 200 that are on the list. I'm going to try to get the list for everybody and try to get it out there. By the way, if you're not, I'm going to probably put it out on the Action Trade Alerts. So if you want to update on this, I'm going to try to find this tonight. You need to go to www Dallas Trading Floor. I'm going to put together hopefully a list of banks, but there's about 200 on the list. PacWest definitely weak here, and then also the other one you got to watch out for is Western Alliance Bancorp, WAL. And of course, this is not, I'm not in no official. This isn't official information or anything like that. This is just for demonstration purposes only, as they say. So I just wanted to be very clear on that. And I'm not a bank regulator or anything, but these two banks, very, very weak. And I think that, it's definitely something that, you need to be very, very cognizant of, especially in this market, because it is definitely a market that is going to have some more problems with the banking sector. So be careful here if you do have funds in any of these banks. So be careful. I know that one of the banks that I have some funds in is Comerica Bank, and it's on the list of 200. But again, it hasn't failed yet, but there's going to probably be some more pain here. Also, I want to just put out there for everyone right now, we are in a market rally it moves to an uptrend under pressure. We want to reduce our exposure to the market. Now we want to be at least 50% in cash. I'm more like 90% in cash, and I started shorting today. So I want to show you the stocks that I did short today, as well as the ones that I have long. These are the ones that I had short currently. Let's show you those here. Charles Schwab, SCHW, Double Verify, and Mr. Cooper Group. So let's take a look at Charles Schwab just really quick and show you where I shorted that. Now, I'm not recommending you do this because these can snap back very, very quickly. But I just wanted to show you what I'm doing, and that is I did short Charles Schwab, and I think I have that information in here. Yeah, there we go. So you can see we came down here. Now my short was a little bit low at 49.55. That's right about here. That's where I shorted it. We kind of went up and down during the day, and then it did close higher, but the short was right about here. This is where I shorted it. And then it did go up a little bit. So this probably will drift higher, but I suspect it's going to go lower after that. Again, this is Charles Schwab. This is one of the ones that I did. I did short today. So, that definitely is. Also, I want to show you another one I did short. Kind of interesting stock is Mr. And I tried to short another one. It's on with my but that's not allowed to. But COP, Mr. Cooper. Now, this may not be the best. This is a mortgage servicing company. Basically, today I did short it right about here. Where I shorted this one was at about 44.93, and then it's gone down a little bit since then. So this one I do kind of expect to bounce around, but I definitely think that this one probably is going to go lower. So hopefully you can see that on TikTok there. I definitely think this one is possibly going lower. I think we're going to move below the 21-day line, and then if you notice the 50-day line has now dived, and it's going to cross the 200-day line. This is what they call the death cross. That's the form. And so that does appear that we're going to go lower than that. Relative strength 69, but I think it's going to be dropping here. This is Mr. Cooper. Again, I'm not recommending that you do this because shorting is unfortunately a little bit more difficult than going long, but this is one that I do have shorted as well. And the last one that I shorted today is Double Verify. And the reason I shorted it is because a shorting fund, Hindenburg, has been shorting this one. Now, they also shorted Icon Enterprises. I don't have Icon Enterprises, but I did short this one, Double Verify. And if you'll notice, it just took a dump today, and it got weak. Now, unfortunately, I did not get in on it on Monday, but when I saw this thing taking a dive, that's where I went in. I have my short was on this one was at 27.12, which it's up a little bit from the sub 10 cents of that, but it's I think this is going to move lower tomorrow. That's my guess. So let's see if you can see that on TikTok. There you go. So this is probably going to move lower tomorrow. My short was 27.12, as you see, below the hopefully that's on now. There we go. Not letting me. Okay, well, whatever. I'll just go with the voiceover. All right, so I do have several stocks, and I want to show you kind of the performance of the 3 stocks that I shorted today. And one of them, of course, is we went over, that's Double Verify, and then Charles Schwab, and then I did short Mr. Cooper. Now I may close the. I don't know about Mr. Cooper, because since the beginning of the month it's up, but it's starting to make a move down. As you can see, all these financial stocks are all moving lower. So that's kind of the long and the short of it. And get to some questions. Thanks, man. All right, Mr. Jeet wants to take a look at AMD. And let's take a look, see what happened with AMD today. And there we go, jumping over to AMD. I did buy, by the way, I did buy Intel. So this is AMD is a better stock than Intel is, no question about it. But we're starting to, this did make a bounce up today, which is a good thing. It seems like it's getting some support at the 50-day line, but it's off after hours. So I don't know what to think about this. Let me just take a look at some of the fundamentals on the pattern reckoning. If this is a stronger market, I would be all over this, but this is such a weird market here that we're basically 1% above the pivot in about a month, so it's off of a flat base. 88.04 is the pivot. So I'm not really either here nor there in this one. I like the company, but I'm just a little afraid of this market to be long. I did sell my Exxon today. I took a loss on it, unfortunately. I did sell my Exxon, and then I tiered my my exposure to TTD, the trade desk. So I've been moving into cash and moving short right now in the market. But right now, AMD, I don't think I would. I don't think I would move on this one, just because of we need to find out what's going to happen. Find out what's going to happen with we need to find out what's going to happen with the market. So not a great thing not a great thing to look at here. So just a kind of a difficult difficult deal all the way around. So not the easiest market. There we go. I'm back. Anyways, well, so I wouldn't recommend. AMD dived. Oh, it did after. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, you're right, Lisa. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, this is the after hours number. I was looking at that. It's just This is we're gonna turn over. We're gonna move down, I think. Again, the market is in correction, so got to be super careful here. We're not fully in correction yet, but I suspect by the end of the week we will be in a full-on correction, and that's one of the reasons why I'm looking to get a short stocks right now. I'm looking for setups for shorts. And the thing is, this is down 6%. So I think these are going to be very, very troublesome for a lot of stocks. So this might be a good opportunity to say short the stock before earnings. And I'm going to take a look at that, take a look at some earnings. And then I think anybody that's not going to make their numbers this time is just going to be absolutely punished. That's what this is telling me. So there'll be some opportunities here. Okay. So they're after hours numbers. Let's see. Yeah. So it came right up to the 10 week moving average, and then when the numbers came out, boom, it just killed it. So, but you can see the trend here. In the last 2 quarters, they're starting to lose profitability. So that's significant. Their sales have been moving nicely, but other than that, they've been down. Now, I did buy, believe it or not, I bought Intel. So I want to check to see if what the situation is here since the first of the month. Okay, let's see if I can put that in there. There we go. Okay, so this is this is the chart for both of these since the first of the month. So I better be careful because it does look like, it does look like we're going to see some pain here. We're just going to be in for some pain, unfortunately. It's going to compare. I was going to compare AMD with Intel. I did buy Intel yesterday, basically thinking, well, it's not going to go any lower, but I could be very wrong about that. AMD was up in the pre, and then Intel has been stumbling. But I suspect with this Intel coming down, I may be out of Intel by tomorrow. So just not a great thing. All right, let's get Tesla to see if we could potentially short that. The thing about Tesla is that it has a lot. It's a tough one. I haven't really been that successful shorting Tesla. So I'm not. So let's just take a look at the chart. Just share that screen again for Tesla. There we go. All right, so this is the Tesla chart. This is potentially for good to short it because, as you can see, it's come right up to the 10-day line. It made a rally to the 10-day line basically on Friday. That's this blue bar here. Then Monday it was down slightly, and then today it's down slightly. And as you can see in the after hours, it's starting to make a move lower. This could be shorted. I mean, look at that relative strength is only 18. In a weak market, this definitely could be shorted. Oh, look at that. Okay, ExxonMobil $10. Ouch. I sold my Exxon today. I did not do well on this one. And this is one of my favorite stocks, but yeah, look at that in the after hours. Yeah. I sold this one today, and as you can see in the after hours, it's taken it started to move down, unfortunately. What happened is that I was out basically at this line here. Yeah, there it is. I was out at this line at the 50-day line. So yeah, unfortunately this one took up. I think that let's go back to Tesla to see if that's a short. I think you could potentially short it here. One thing about shorting Tesla is that it's very liquid, so that's a good thing. I think it could be short here actually. Earnings are their sales were up, but their earnings were down. Let's see. Yeah, they just announced, okay, their profitability, this is key. Their profitability, 21%. So they're down quarter over quarter. Their sales were up. Their sales have been awesome. I mean, look at this. Any company that can move up 20% a quarter is doing great. They definitely did that. They definitely met expectations on sales, but they're paying for those sales. So the profit margins are getting squeezed. 21% down in terms of profitability. So yeah, I mean that there definitely could be there. It could be that. Now remember, we went all the way down to about 108, and then people started buying at 108. So we may be going down, and we may test as low as 108. We're at 160 now, so potentially, potentially this could move, to 140, 120, possibly 108. So yeah, I think that this is a possible short setup. I really do. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm agreeing with you, Sandeep. Yeah, I think that's boy, that's what is set up for a short. So, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I may be in the short club here. It's definitely set up for a short. So, boy, if this market deteriorates, I think that we're going to see people just go to cash. I mean, if we have a problem with banks and it looks like the banking sector is weak, people will start selling their stocks to get cash. I think that may happen. If we get a run on the banks, there's going to be a massive sell-off in the market just because people are going to take their winners and they're going to say, look, I'm out. I need the cash. So that's a dynamic that may be going into the market. I'm not saying that, it'll be panic selling, but it could be interesting. It could be interesting. Thanks for that, Charles, for Exxon. I mean, I wish I didn't have to sell it, but boy, did I sell it. All right, let's take a look at a gold stock. Sarah, thank you so much. This is triple flag precious metals. This is one of the ones that I have. It's a royalty stock. It's a Canadian base. It was up today. Let me show you that. Triple flag precious metals. TFPM is the symbol on it. This is traded in New York as well as Toronto. So you don't have to have. Unfortunately, I don't have access. If I trade more of these metal stocks, I may get access to some Canadian charts because the best stock exchange for the metals, metals mining is the Toronto Exchange. It's the top mining exchange in the world, and I don't have as much access. Usually, when they list in Toronto, they co-list on the Amex, the American Exchange, but the Toronto is the premier stock exchange in the world for mining and metals. Here's the thing. We came right down to the 21-day line. Boom, it went up. Now, obviously, this is one of the reasons why I'm always talking about closeness to this 21-day line. This is it's studies proven that when stocks typically upward trend, the 21-day line typically is where you want to be. So that's what happened. All the way back, and then boom, it kind of regained its strength, and it's up. There's all things maybe this one higher too. 7 days. This is an issue. This is ultimately this. Didn't up, but I could possibly make profits into earnings here, and probably not going all the way through. Depending on how much, if you're up 10%, then you probably want to stay at it. You might want to take profit for earnings, because typically what happens is we see a correction in the price upon earnings. So that happens a lot. So definitely good thing. But if you're in stock, I would scan it. I think it continue to move well. Still look really dark here. All time. We've done black, really, really well, maybe the weekly chart here. That's what it's just hold at 29. It's above this level. It looks like an egg. We may see this break out. There's a potential that it will break out if we get high volume. It does look like the back to the sugar flag. Very strong line. I expect that if we move above this, if we move above the first one, then I think it's probably going to go like so. The handle. That's a real obvious. PNC is from Charles PNC. So let's see. Wow, this is potential short, everybody. Yeah, it's off in the after hours. I don't know if let's short this one. I don't know. Let me check. I'm going to calculate the short interest here. We do here for is I'm going to show you the short interest, and let me see if I can get it up on the screen. Let's see if I can. All right, so let's get the calculator up here. Well, maybe not coming up. All right, so I'll just do this, and you just have to follow. I unfortunately have access to my on-screen calculator here. Here's how you figure out how much of this stock is being shorted. Go here with short interest. Let's see if that was short. They short 24% up. Yeah, 3 days short. Multiply that times the number of volume on a weekly basis. Now, what I do, I cut off these last 300, so it's 450. Yes, 59, 15 short, and we divide it by the number of in the float. The float one is 5730. So yeah, we have about 5% of PNC is short right now. Not a lot. Not a lot. Surprisingly, it's a surprisingly small number. It does look like that's really interesting. PNC Bank. This is like a super regional, so this is probably do better. I suspect it's the banks that I think are the ones that may have the most problem. I think Zions possibly, Comerica, a few other ones that may have problems. So I can't really stand that, but interesting. I'm going to look into this hopefully and see if I'd love to short PNC, but I don't think it may not work as well because the bigger banks are going to get the capital of the small banks. All right, let's look at Lisa. Thank you. NVIDIA is short anytime soon. I'm afraid short NVIDIA. NVIDIA has just been so powerful. It is a leader. And that is typically the way it goes. Typically, shorting a leader is the way to go. Let's go back to the NVIDIA chart. All right, here's the NVIDIA chart, and let's take a look at it. No, I wouldn't short this one, and here's why. Typically, what you want to do in a short is to have it come down and then rally and come down. So let me show you a stock that is a potentially good short, and I short this one, and I close. It's CrowdStrike, CRWD, and I'm going to show you the chart on this one to show you kind of what to look for in a short. You'll notice it typically you want to in a short, and I don't always follow this rule. You want it relatively speaking below the 200-day line. That's the black line here. So let's check this out. There we go. So typically, how do you want it below that 200-day line. It is. What happened is it came all the way down to 92, and then it rallied almost to the 200-day line, and that's where it started to break down. And so that's what you want. You want something to come down and then rally. If this rallied up to the 50-day line, this would be a good shorting right here. Okay, so basically what you want is a stock that's going weaker. It's moving below the 200, below the 50, below the 21, below the 10, and then as it comes down, and then at first up with it kind of gets up momentum, and it failed again, and then on the second leg, I would show you NVIDIA. Let's start with NVIDIA. The reason I'm the sense because this is if it's still making upward movement. Okay, so you don't want that. You want something up, fail, come back down, come back up, again fail, come back down. The third time it comes up, that's where you will short. It's what you want. So, all right. Yeah, we'll see if we'll see if that works. But anyways, everybody, be careful. Right now, the conditions are deteriorating. We're probably going to get more banks go bad on us, and it's just, so be very careful. No more than $250,000 in any one bank account, because the FDIC, that is the limit for the FDIC number they'll insure. So be careful there. If you have a lot of cash in the bank, please be careful, because I think we're going to get some bank runs, unfortunately. I don't like saying that, but I think that's what it's looking like. Well, until, by the way, of course, always hit that like button. So appreciate it, of course. Not the little like button like this, but the big like button like this. So hit that like button. It really helps us get out there to a lot of people. So smash the like button, and we'll be back tomorrow at 5. Thanks, everybody. Happy trading.